Hi, my name is Elizabeth from Harmony Science Academy Grand Prairie. For my PBL demonstration, I will be using linking cubes and paper nets to show how the surface area and volume of an irregularly shaped object, which is in this case a unit dog, change as its dimensions are transformed. Here is the unit dog that I will use as a model. It's made up of 13 unit cubes, each having both a volume and a surface area of 1. To be able to manipulate the dimensions of a unit dog, it's important to know how to calculate the volume and the surface area of the simple model first. To build a dog out of a paper net, the surface area is calculated beforehand, and it's all that is needed to build the dog. The dog will have no volume, however, its surface area will be used to create the nets for each part. There are two net versions that I will use, one for the legs and head, and the other for the torso. Here's the original unit dog, the original model that we used to make the nets. Here's the finished net from before. As you can see, it looks almost exactly the same except made out of paper, and this one is almost weightless because it has no volume. Here's the same dog, only with its dimensions multiplied by 2. So instead of having cubes 1 by 1, these have cubes that are 2 by 2. This one is a unit dog made out of cubes that are 10 by 10. The surface area now drastically changes to a much larger number, simply by scaling the simple factors of each individual unit cube. Since each cube has the dimensions of 1 by 1, it's safe to say that the total volume is 13, since 13 cubes were used to build a dog. For the surface area, a simple way to calculate it would be by counting all of the individual surfaces exposed on the unit dog. Unfortunately, this method is not very efficient and can be confusing. However, after looking at the dog closely, you can see that each part of the dog, the legs, head, and torso, has 9 exposed faces. The dog has 6 parts in total, so you can find the surface area by multiplying the number of exposed faces by the number of parts, or 6 times 9 equals 54.
For my ELA component, I wrote a short, argumentative essay describing the important role that the surface area to volume ratio has in biological systems. I argue that multi-celled organisms are much more efficient because they have a large surface area to volume ratio. Basically, having smaller cells in greater numbers means that the body has larger amounts of space to metabolize. You can read the full essay on my website. During the early 20th century, Henry Lebesgue and Hermann Minkowski sought a general definition for surface area and volume. Their work led to the development of the geometric measure theory, which studies various characteristics of surface area for irregular objects of any dimension. An example demonstrated by the Minkowski content.